52, went over to Cincinnati, then Minnesota, finally Houston, but given one more chance in the USFL, and he has been most impressive. Now, Tampa Bay has run off 72 points in 3 games to lead the league in scoring. On the other hand, the Philadelphia Stars have allowed the fewest points in the league with only 17. So we've got a matchup today of the league's leading offense against the league's leading defense. And as I mentioned, Steve Spurrier, the coach of the Tampa Bay Bandits, was the offensive coordinator at Duke University, former Heisman Trophy winner. And his philosophy on the Tampa Bay Bandit offense goes like this. Especially after Tampa Bay kicked them sideways in the final scrimmage 31-3. The offensive line, the brothers Oates, Rich Garza, Chuck Comiskey, and the big man standing on the sidelines now with Tim Brandt, 280-pound rookie tackle out of UCLA, Herbie. It's wet, not a big crowd, but it should be a heck of a football game today. The battle of the unbeatens, Tampa and Philadelphia. Degrees. The rain is very light with the wind relatively mild and high humidity. The rain nothing like that they had in Birmingham last night. The officials for the ball game: Dave Kamansky is your referee, Jerry Hart the umpire, Jeff Bergman the head linesman, line judge Larry Hill, Bill Wright the back judge, field judge Buddy Ward. The Philadelphia Stars wearing their red and gold are the home team, and the Tampa Bay Bandits in the white shirts, the visiting team. David Trout will kick it off as Tampa Bay has won the toss and elected to receive. And the guy who goes back to receive for the Tampa Bay Bandits, Willie Gillespie, number 89, Alvin Bailey, number 25. And Bailey now steps into the center position, so he apparently is the man that Steve Spurrier wants to return the football. David Trout, out of Pittsburgh, signed as a free agent and was 4th in field goal accuracy in the American Football Conference 1981 with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lynn Swann, of course, was most familiar with Dave Trout because Lynn Swann was an all-pro over there with those Pittsburgh Steelers. And the ball game is on. High hanging kick. It's short and coming up in a hurry, and the ball ricochets off his shoulder pad and goes out of bounds. Greg Boone, a short man, the tailback for Tampa Bay. So here's your starting unit now for the Bandits as they come up for the first defensive series of this afternoon's ball game. The veteran John Reeves at quarterback with Mike Williams and Greg Boone the setbacks, Danny Buggs, Eric Trevillan, and Lewis Gilbert. The receivers, Gilbert a tight end, but he's quite quick and has been very prominent in the Tampa passing attack. Tampa Bay last week, John Reeves was 19 out of 29. And the offense averaged just under 6 yards per play against New Jersey. And the first play of the ball game, Reeves is going to put it up. Goes short over the middle. The pass is complete out to near the 29-yard line to Sam Platt. Coming out of the fullback position and brought down by Sam Mills. Sam Mills, who doesn't quite reach 5'10" in height, 225 pounds out of Montclair State. He's been a big surprise for the Philadelphia defense, and he is a terrific football player. A gain of 8 yards, and it's 2nd down and 2 from the 29. The running back, Platt, believe it or not, left his shoe in his starting position. When Sam took off to take the handoff over the right side, trying for the first down, he left his shoe where he stood. Brought down by Antonio Gibson, the offensive line. Joe Robinson weighs in at 280. Norris weighs in at 275. Van Dyne, the center, at 250. Bill Winters at 270. And Mikulajic, the other tackle, at 278. And Reeves back on first down. Goes deep with it. And it is caught on the ricochet by Danny Buggs out of West Virginia. And he couldn't come up with it. Once he hit the ground, Philadelphia's claiming the football. Tampa is arguing. The man is down. And let's get the declaration from the men wearing the striped shirts. They're going to give it to Philadelphia. Buggs caught the ball on the ricochet.
A little bit wet.
And this Philadelphia defense gets another turnover, another scalp. And back goes Chuck Fusina to throw. And he throws for Folsom, his tight end. And Steve cutting across the middle, can't hang on. With the quarterback, Chuck Fusina, Kelvin Bryant and Booker Russell, the setbacks, Willie Collier, Scott Fitzke, the wide people, and Steve Folsom, the tight end. The football is sitting at the 46 of Philadelphia. 2nd down and 10 for the Stars. What is that, 19 turnovers now that they've affected. Tom Donovan checks in now, a third wide receiver on second down and 10. He's number 87. Tampa Bay's defense shifting around some. Plenty of time for Fusina. He can't find anybody to throw to and turns it upfield. And Chuck fumbles the football. Tampa Bay's got it at the 45. Kelly Kirchbaum comes in, wraps his arms around Chuck Fusina. The ball bounces loose, and Jeff George, the cornerback, picks it up. Philadelphia Stars jaw set a little bit there after his team turned it over right back to Tampa Bay. And now the defense has got to go as Steve Spurrier sends his offensive unit back out. First down for Tampa Bay at their own 46 here in the first quarter, and no score. The light rain continuing to fall. Football's going to be a little slick. 40 degrees. It's going to be hard too. And whistle stops him. Like he might have jumped a little quick.
Ball start. Offense.
The defense for Philadelphia: Fielder, Ofer, and Case are the three down linemen, with Brooks, Howard, Mills, and Cooper, the linebackers. The secondary: Gibson, Werner, Lush, and Jackson. And that's a good secondary. So the ball goes back to the 41, where it'll be first down and 15. Now the Stars set up with a three-down lineman, and Werner comes creeping up, the strong safety on the right side. So they're showing what amounts to about a six-man front here with the two outside linebackers. Give it off inside to Sam Plant, who's a 6-footer, 200 pounds, had 2 years of pro experience out of Florida State University, and Dave Ofer, a rookie from Penn State, brought him down.
He just called a quick play, realized it was a blitz.
John back to throw now on second down 11. It goes over the middle with it, hits Cox with it, got a first down, and he's inside the 35. They'll mark him down at the 33 of Philadelphia. So Reeves goes long over the middle.
See, right now the offense is not taking time to huddle. It's a hurry-up offense that Steve Spurrier put in, not just for the end of the ball game when you're behind, but just to throw the defense off so they can't get set.
And Reeves back quickly, has three men going. He's going deep with it, going into the end zone. Touchdown for Eric Truvillon. John Reeves strikes from 33 yards, and the Tampa Bay offense is still rolling.
And John Reeves was under tremendous pressure as he had one of those big defensive linemen right on top.
Try will be Zenon Andrusician. It's Truvillon on the sidelines. Zenon Andrusician, 12 years in Canada, out of UCLA. Snap is high. Jordan gets it down. Andrusician pops it through, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Bandits with 12 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the first quarter. Andrusician with his numbers for the season reflected there. He set 12 kicking records while he was in school at UCLA and was on some All-American teams in 1967 and 69. Alan Harvin is the deep man for Philadelphia, and he's averaging over 44 yards per return. He's returned 2. He's a stocky 200-pounder with good speed and a lot of bulldog in him. He doesn't mind sticking his head behind that wedge and just popping through there, and he had a big one last week against Birmingham. So Andrusician will kick off, puts it up, and Harvin's going to get it at the 12. Got a hole, and he's across the 30 out to the 32, where Mike Geddeker brings him down. If he had been able to cut away from Geddeker, he had another 20-25 yards in front of him.
A chance to get down and cover, and Harvin got it, did what he could do best.
First down from the 32 for Philadelphia, fumbled away their first offensive possession. Fusina sets him up, gives the ball to Kelvin Bryant. Over the left side he goes to the 37 for 5 yards. Here's Tim Brent with John Reed.
Back, we got a zone to the left and man-to-man on the right, so I went to ET over the top on the right.
Okay, John, thank you. Keith?
It's amazing to me how much he looks like Jimmy D. I was talking to him yesterday, and I thought I was looking at Jimmy. Fusina's pass on the money. First down, Philadelphia. Rodney Parker. And so the Stars come back with a big play. 14 for 56 yards. And it's first down at the 44. Bryant cuts it back. No, it's not Bryant. It is Booker Russell, the fullback. Started left for one step, cut it back to the right side, and he got about 9 yards on the carry. From just outside the 35 of Tampa Bay. You've got 10 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-0. The Bandits have the lead, and the light rain falling here in Philadelphia. Beautiful day yesterday, just glorious. But this morning at 11:30, the rain started to fall. The I-back is Kevin Bryant. Double wide, top of the picture. Bryant has it. Up the middle he goes. Breaks it big. He's gone. It'll be touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kelvin Bryant. What a tremendous ball player. For the last 3 ball games, he has been one step, one move, just away from breaking a big run for the touchdown, and today
they'll give him 35 yards on the touchdown run. The kick by Trout is good out of Jim Cron's hold, and we are all even. Score early in the ball game. 4 plays and 67 yards for Philadelphia to even it up at 7-7, and this man did it on a 35-yard blast up the middle, and he ran right through the arm tackle of Doug Bedoin to get to the end zone. Trout will kick off. Alvin Bailey is deep. Bailey averaging 17.5 yards for a return. Takes it back on the 3. He's at the 20. He's at the sidelines. He is out of bounds across the 40. And here's Tim Brandt now with Kelvin Bryant.
Did a great job on the linebacker, and I just cut behind that. Then I broke a tackle in the secondary, and just took it the rest of the way.
They were mixing some things up defensively there. Were there many audibles going on out there on your offense?
Well, not too many. We like stay with the same play that we call in huddle, so we haven't changed nothing yet.
Okay, great run.
He's going to jump well past 400 yards in this ball game for the season. He's off to a blazing start as the leading rusher. John Reeves back to throw it. And goes over the middle. The pass is caught by Danny Buggs, and it's first down for Tampa Bay at the Philadelphia 40. And we may need another digit on the scoreboard the way these guys are starting out.
I think you're right, Keith. John Reeves dropped back and just looked at the defensive coverage. It's strictly zone, and they've actually run 2 different zone patterns when they call a pass play. One on the right side, one on the left side, and he picks a side depending on which kind of zone he sees. Receivers like Danny Buggs, who've had the experience and smart, they'll pick those seams apart.
Reeves now 5 out of 5 for 102 yards and a touchdown. Scott Werner's on a blitz, but the handoff goes to the right side. Carrying the ball, Sam Flatt out of the fullback spot. And maybe a yard, maybe. Werner had come up, the strong safety, and he was on a full tear looking for John Reeves, but Reeves didn't have the ball.
When they get close to the end zone, so they were trying to put some pressure to protect that secondary.
Second down and about 9 at the 39 of Philadelphia. Reeves back to throw this time. No pressure on him. He throws a bullet low, and the pass is not good. Antonio Gibson defending down on the 25, and the intended receiver is Danny Buggs again. In as the lone remaining back now for Tampa Bay. Reeves will put it up. Again, good protection. Goes short over the middle. The pass is caught by Boone. He's got a first down, and he's down to the Philadelphia 24. So Greg Boone at 5'9", 196, and there are not very many handles on him.
No, not very many handles on him at all.
6 consecutive passes. No, he missed one. He's completed 6 passes to 6 different receivers. The basic point to be made. First down, just inside the 25. John back again to throw. Going deep to the corner. Truvillon! And he had it on his hands and didn't bring it down.
Oh, I know he's talking to himself a little bit there. Very well thrown pass, right on his fingertips in full stride. He didn't even have to stop.
I made the point that the Tampa Bay receivers are rangy. Eric Stad, 6'4", weighs just over 200 pounds. And having a good season. Second down and 10, just inside the Philadelphia 25. Reeves will put it up again. He's going to the other corner for Buggs, and a good defensive play this time from Mike Lush and Roger Jackson. Lush already has 2 interceptions. Had 2 interceptions last week and leads the league with 3.
Roger Jackson of trapping him in that zone. One player was up, the other player was back, and they read the quarterback, converged on it, and I believe they probably could have had an interception, but they got in each other's way.
It is 3rd down and 10, just inside the Philly 25. Double wide. Trevion and Bugs. Reeves getting pressure. They got him. Back on the 35. Sam Mills, 54. John Sutton, 26. And number 76, Willie Roseborough. Zeta Andrusician trots onto the field now on 4th down and 20. He's obviously going to try to kick it out of bounds deep. He has knocked 8 punts out inside the 20. He's got a soft spiral hanging up, hits, spins, dives. He hit inside the 10, dribble back across the 10, a very effective punt by Andrusician. It isn't always the length that matters. Only 24 yards on that kick, but a very effective tool for Tampa Bay. ABC's Wide World. Tampa Bay talking about its offense. Philadelphia now is going to try to move the football some from its own 10-yard line. Chuck Fusina sets him with the I-back Kelvin Bryant, 7-7 ball game. Fusina's going to put it up, going deep. It's a fly down the sidelines. That is incomplete. It was off the hands of Glenn Edwards. Now let's go to Jack Whitaker in New York.
Be intercepted.
It's 2nd down and 10. Kelvin Bryant up the middle. He comes to the 13-14. So he picked up about 4 yards on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 6. Portland State made the tackle for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we have to look back at also the last series of plays, and I would have guessed, I would have thought being backed up that they would have taken advantage of the offensive line, run the ball to get out of the hole. Chuck Fusina coming a little bit out of character, going for the deep pass, trying to get this defense of Tampa Bay off balance.
He rolls it left, rolls it into some pressure, gets the pass off. It is intercepted by Jeff George, and touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chuck Fusina would love to have that pass. When he rolled out.
It's a 7 lead for Tampa Bay. Andrusician is, now they find him and get him out onto the field. I think Z is enjoying the last-second dramatic entrance here. That's twice now. He's just barely beat the clock on the kick. Jimmy Jordan out of Florida State will hold it. They've got 10 seconds to get it up. Snap is good this time. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's a 14-7 lead for Tampa Bay over Philadelphia with an even 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Andrusician comes out to kick it off, and Philadelphia, victim of the kicking game of Tampa Bay when they were 10 back on the 10. They went for the fly down the sidelines. It was almost picked off. There was virtually double coverage on the intended receiver. And the running play got him 4, and then bang. The interception and the touchdown. So they got to tighten it up a little bit now and see what they can do with it. The rain is still falling, gentle rain. Gentle if you're sitting inside the house looking out. Alan Harvin is the beat man. Harvin brought it back outside the 30 the last time. The kick is in the air. It's a sailor, but he fields it well at the 8. Looks for a hole and comes to the 35-36, where he is brought down again by Mike Gettiker. Gettiker's the same guy that brought him down before. And so here's Philadelphia now with good field position. Call it the 36, just over the 35. Steve Spurrier. The kind of a sound I guess you like to hear on a Friday. Philadelphia now moving it around with Pitsky coming to the bottom of the picture. Donovan going to the top of the picture. And the pitch to Kelvin Bryant, and a penalty flag is thrown. And we might have had movement on the left side of the line, and if so, that's going to wipe out a 9-yard pickup for Bryant.
A couple of players jumping over there on the Bandit defense, and they could have been the offensive line that drew them off. We'll find out here from the official.
Oh, defense.
Just jumped a little bit over there.
Offsides on the defense. The penalty will be refused. Second down.
So they'll take the 9 yards by Bryant, make it 2nd down and 1. The football is at the 45. 14-7, Tampa Bay leading here. Boston is out to a 7-0 lead over New Jersey in the first quarter, and Washington leading Michigan 3-0 in the second quarter. Those two teams have really been racked up by injuries, both Washington and Michigan. A double wide bottom of the picture, 2nd and 1. Bryant sticks his head in the stack, comes up for the first down as he picks up 3 yards on the carry. And Philadelphia now with the ball sitting at the 48 and a first down.
Keith, you've got to make this point right now. Chuck Fusina came out throwing the ball initially. Got in a little trouble, throws an interception, results in a touchdown for the Tampa Bay defense. He's got an excellent running game. One of the mistakes a young quarterback can do at a time like this is get too conservative and rely on that game. He should stick with his offensive game plan, with the passing, trying to keep him off balance, and not become so predictable with the run.
Bryant again, and he's got about 8. So he's closing in on 400 yards. Comiskey and Irv Eatman both weigh in at 280. Bryant now with 62 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown. It's a first down. The ball is at the 44 of Tampa. 2nd down and 2. It's not a first down. 2nd down and 2 on the 8-yard pickup. Bryant again hit behind the line of scrimmage, caught by number 59, Russ Washington, a rookie out of Southern Methodist. And Bryant's strength carries him very close to a first down. Looks like he's got it. There's Russ Washington, 6-footer, 220 pounds. Sam Mills is a dramatic example of the shorter man having success. 3rd down and inches. Just missed his first down. Got it now. They just blew it right up the middle. And the Philadelphia Stars are down at the 38 of Tampa Bay. For a moment, Alan Harbin has come in. The last time we were here 2 weeks ago, Kelvin had trouble with back spasms. Bending over there, he might be having a little more trouble. But Harbin is not a gimme. No, indeed. He is out of Cincinnati, 200-pounder, and he runs hard. Brought down by Alvin Bailey. Picked up on that play about 7 yards.
He's a smaller, quick little back, and he can be a headache when he gets out into the open field.
Donovan goes out. Steve Folsom comes back in at tight end. There's a look at Alan Harbin. And it's 2nd down and 3 for Philadelphia. They've got 2:15 to play. And the try for the first down might be a little short. Is back along with Rodenberger and Booker Russell, the big guys. So they set it up in a power eye on 3rd and 1. You see the Rodenberger turn back inside, and Bryant trying to follow him, rolls off the stack and breaks it across the 25 down to the 22.
You talk about natural instincts. You talk about having the physical tools to play the halfback.
Yeah. And it's been an impressive march. Most of it on, in fact, all of it on the ground so far. First down at the Tampa 23. 55 seconds to go first quarter. Fusina puts it up to the sidelines. The pass is incomplete. And the pass was intended for Willie Collier. And that was not a very safe pass because there was a man in a white shirt very much involved.
There was a linebacker who was standing right between Willie Collier and Chuck Fusina. And Chuck Fusina walked back to the huddle. He's kicking the ground now. He's got his head down, and he's a little bit down on himself. He can't do that. He's got to stay up if he's going to lead this ball club and keep them in the ball game.
He's 1 out of 5 so far for 19 yards here in the first quarter with 53 seconds to play. 2nd down and 10 at the Tampa Bay 23. Here comes Bryant. Down to the 19. Once again, Jack Whitaker.
With the score 7-0 Boston in the second period. This is Herschel Walker just barely getting into the end zone. The point after was good, and with 10:43 left in the second period, the score 7-7. Now back to Keith Jackson.
So New Jersey, third down, 6. Yoshida obviously checking off. Heats on, goes short over the middle, pass dropped by Scott Fiskey. Yoshida was getting pressure, might have thrown the ball a little hard. Philadelphia Stars 7. Philadelphia owning the football almost twice as long as Tampa Bay, but the Bandits struck for the big plays.
We've got pretty much an even ball game with the exception of the scoreboard where Tampa has a 7-point lead as we take a look at Dave Trout here getting ready to kick the field goal. Philadelphia's rushed for 106 yards, and 80 of those yards are by Kelvin Bryant.
And he's over 400 now at 422. 35-yard field goal try by Dave Trout. He is good. And so the first play of the second quarter, Philadelphia adds 3 to their total, and it's now a 14-10 ball game. For Philadelphia in a 14-10 ball game, Tampa Bay leading. Alvin Bailey will be the man deep for Tampa, trying to bring it back upfield. Last time he broke into the sidelines and almost popped it, but this time Trout nails it. Runs Bailey way back into the end zone, and it'll be Tampa Bay's ball, first down at the 20. So Trout exulting in that long kick.
Dave Trout's an excitable young man. When he does well, it gives him a little boost. When he kicked that field goal, that gave him a little more confidence as he had the ball teed up and put it right in the end zone for no return.
Philadelphia's going to have to get some pressure on Reeves, or he's going to pick their bone.
He certainly will. They've played mostly all zone defense throughout the season so far, and Dan Reeves is very confident, and he can pick those zones apart. He's got those 2 quick receivers on the outside to give him a lot of help.
Running play. Greg Boone has not been very much involved in the Tampa Bay offense up to this point, but he carries the ball there, gets a couple of yards. Last week he had 72 yards in their ball game against New Jersey on 18 carries. Week before
It was the first time they've run the ball on first. Been a blitzing Philadelphia defense as they attempt to get some pressure on it.
Philadelphia showing him a 5-man front now, and Reeves back to throw. No pressure on him. Deep drop pass is right on the money. Right on the money to the big tight end Lewis Gilbert, who is a big target at 6'4", 237 pounds.
That offensive passing scheme they have, a lot of it is designed to take advantage.
7 different receivers for 7 of Reeves' completions, and it's first down Tampa Bay at their own 47. The ball is handed off to Greg Boone. He gets around the corner. Boom! Boy, he just sticks that shoulder down and goes at him. And he is knocked down at the Philadelphia 31 by Mike Lush. Sam Mills back to help on the play. Just outside the Philly to 32. Reeves back to throw, looks for Buggs, goes for Buggs, hits him, and then he drops it. Boy, he hit him right on the number.
Danny Buggs was so calm about running that route.
Right.
He's trying to catch it with his hands.
Not that cold either, is it?
And it's not.
Point big, may not need the glove. Swing it out, other way. Truvillon trying to set up a wide receiver screen over there. It didn't work for much. And it did too. He picked up about 6 yards.
Wasn't a bad play. It's a good play.
Take away from Reeves' own personal identity at all, but it's just a striking resemblance. It's third down and about 4.5. And here's Truvillon trying to throw the ball, coming around from the wide receiver position. And he couldn't find anybody, and they finally hustled him on out of bounds. He lost some yards on the play. Last week, Tampa Bay went to the old swinging gate for a 2-point conversion. Into already here in the...
Have a chance for the 3 points on the field goal.
Zayden Andrusician, who's 3 out of 5, kicking from the 43. Plenty of leg on it. Splits it. So Andrusician knocks one through. And it's now a 7-point lead again for Tampa Bay. Over Philadelphia, 17-10.
Jack Whitaker and ABC Sports Control in that game between New Jersey and Boston, tied at 7-7 in the second period, when quarterback Bobby Scott of the Generals fired this bomb down to Herschel Walker. Good for 39 yards to the 2-yard line, where on the next play, Maurice Carthon took it in, and the Generals lead it 14-7. We return you now to Keith Jackson.
All right, Jack. Must be a different experience for the Generals to be out in front of somebody. Andrew Zishin's 43-yard field goal, his longest of the season. And he's now ready to kick it off to David Riley, the deep man for Philadelphia. Rain, I think, pretty much stopped now. But it is still overcast and quite cool. Here's a high hanging kick. And Riley from the 10. He runs into number 75, and that took away all of his momentum, because number 75 is a big horse named Walter Carter.
And he was standing his ground waiting for the little man to come into his arms, and they just barely got.
Fusina comes up now, trailing in the ball game 17-10 with 12 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the first half. And timeout. He looked at the defense, and he wants to go prowl around some of the offensive thinking on the sidelines. And looking at some of the other scores from games being played today, you saw that New Jersey had gone out in front. Now you see that Washington is leading Michigan by a score of 10-0 as Kim McQuilkin has passed 40 yards to Holmes for a touchdown. Angeles Express and the Blitz having at it today, and in the second quarter there is no score, and I am told there is no snow in Chicago today. Not any left after last week. It'll be Philadelphia's ball now. First down, Jim Mora on the sidelines, coach of the Stars, and the Stars sitting at their own 27, trailing in the ball game by a 17-10 score. Chuck is now 1 out of 6, and Kelvin Bryant shifts into the I-back position on first down. And Fusina back to throw. He goes over the middle with it. Short to Bryant. Bryant shakes a man and heads upfield. And steps out of bounds. Saving himself some punishment as he steps out of bounds, because he was about to be hit by 3 white shirts. Alvin Bailey is the man closest to him. So it's going to be a first down. To Bryant. Bryant trying to get outside, and he is caught behind the line of scrimmage. Walter Carter, number 75. Number 71, Val Brown. Almost got there.
These guys broke through the line real clean. As we see, New Jersey has jumped out to a 21-7 lead over Boston, and I know they're happy now.
Bryant last week carried on 27 of 30 running plays in the Philadelphia offense. Today he's carried 11 times out of 15 running plays. And it's second down and 13 now. The ball is sitting back at the 39. Double wide, bottom of the picture. Single man at the top, that's Donovan. Now they burned up his clock. Too much time.
Delay penalty. Unread.
Second down, 18. See John Reeves having a big day, and Fusina struggling. From the 34. Runs away from pressure. Val Brown's after him. Number 74 is chasing him 10 times. And there was nothing available downfield that didn't represent too much risk in the opinion of Fusina, so he's chased out of bounds. Down at about 16. Picked up a couple of yards. Deep drop, and has time, and tried to hit Fitzke, and the pass wobbles out of his hands. Again, Walter Carter was penetrating and got a hand on Fusino as he stepped up into the pocket like he sort of lost control of the ball and threw a knuckler upfield. Now is causing a little trouble. Getting past that big offensive front for Philadelphia. The kick is in the air, and it is going to be put down at the 31-yard line. It was a 34-yard punt to Greg Wilson, with Sean Landetta doing the kicking, and Tampa Bay leading by 7.
This one, a nice 10-yard touchdown there to Victor Hicks. The score now 21-7 in favor of New Jersey. In the LA-Chicago game, there is no score with about 6 minutes left in the second period. Now back to Keith Jackson.
Ball is at the 31 of Tampa Bay. Bandits lead the Stars 17-10. John Reeves having a big day. Sets them double wide. Top of the picture and bottom of the picture with one lone remaining back. And that lone remaining back is Greg Boone. And Boone moves from the 31 to about the 33. And Frank Case, defensive end, was right there, the first man. Almost got a big shot on him.
Yeah, Frank Case.
Back goes Reeves to throw on 2nd down and 8. Got a man wide open. And the man is Willie Gillespie. Only 5'9", 170 pounds, out of the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Former moccasin completion. Reeves is having a field day. John going to throw it again. Maybe. Goes to the sidelines, throws it away. He didn't have anybody. He was looking for Danny Buggs, looking the other way for little Gillespie. And neither man was really available to him, so he just dumped it.
That's a real good move on his part. Why get sacked and lose 8 or 9 yards? Way of that linebacker that played short.
2nd down 10 from the 49. Short this time it goes to the fullback, Sam Platt. And Sam is knocked out at the 44 of Philadelphia. So they're looking at 3rd and short. 3rd down and 3.
Well, Eddie, I think he'll just drop back. He'll send his receivers out deep. He'll send his backs on a little short route to get the first down and rely on that line to give him the time to get it all done.
Reeves is now 10 out of 15 for 170. They give the ball to Platt. Sam's got the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 36 of Philadelphia. Sam Mills knocked him out with help from Mike Lush.
Well, I guess I won't be a coach, Keith. Open up the hole.
And it's first down. Ball at the 37, I guess. And a short little quick one. Pitched outside to Platt. Platt headed for the corner. Rolled out of bounds inside the 15. Pass completed to Danny Buggs and pitch back to Sam Platt.
The field.
First down, ball just outside the 12-yard line. Platt, sweep right. Big block again from Boone. Sam cuts it back inside the 10, dropped at the 9. Guess who? No, it wasn't Sam that time. I thought it was Sam Mills, but it looked like it was 53, wasn't it? Yeah. Lewis Gilbert, arrest. Chicago's jumped out on a Rivetto field goal to a 3-0 lead against Los Angeles. 2nd down from the 10. Reeves pass complete to the tight end, and to the 1-yard line goes Robert Young. Just short of the goal line.
What they did, 4 yards.
With 3 straight wins, only unbeaten's left. Tampa Bay trying to make it a 14-point lead as Sam Platt goes over the top and takes a wallop. He didn't make it. I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the defensive backs that came up. Might have been Lush.
Maybe we can pick.
Down and goal to go. Platt again. And he's in there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. At 6:17 to go in the first half. 3 points. As Zenon in position now out of Jimmy Jordan's hole. Pops it up and in to make it a 24-10 ball game. 14-point lead for the Bandits. Steve Spurrier. Happy the way things are going in Philadelphia on a rainy afternoon. Yards in 10 plays for the touchdown to set up a 24-10 lead over Philadelphia. 6:17 to play. Zenon in position kicking off for Tampa. And the deep man for Philly is Alan Harvin. And he's got it at the 11. Saw a little hole, broke for it, but then it shut down on him. And he is wrestled down by Roy Epps of Tampa. Now here sitting at their own 28. They need some points before halftime. And Kelvin Bryant, who is also having a big day, runs it across the 30 out to about the 34. So he's got 6 yards. Mike Geddeker making the tackle.
No one says you have to look good when you get it across. You just have to get it across that line and make it work.
The field, David Riley's replaced him at fullback. Chuck Fusina's pass is incomplete. Overthrown. Riley coming out of the backfield. Be pinched nerve. Fusina looking and looking and looking. There's not much there. Gets it off to the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Willie Collier, I believe. Yep. Got a high, towering punt. Runs Alvin Bailey back to his 25, and he is dropped on a driving tackle at the 24.
Number 27, Mike Lush, came in, got beyond the man who was trying to block him, just streaked down the field and used his feet, kept his balance, got underneath the man who was holding, who had fielded the punt, and made a nice open field. And now is a 3-point lead over Michigan.
13 points, 5 minutes to play. The rain is coming down again at the vet in Philly. And Reeves gives the ball off to Sam Platt. And Sam runs into some angry folk wearing red shirts at the 25.
This defense is...
Truvillon to the bottom of the picture. Bugs to the top of the picture. And Reeves gives it to Greg Boone, and Boone gets a hole around the left side. The door opened wide for the stocky fellow from Duke. He's knocked out of bounds up at the 39 by George Cooper, but it's the first down. Starting offensive tackles for Tampa were Ohio Staters. Looped to the sidelines by Reeves, overthrown. Lewis Gilbert was on the sidelines, but couldn't come down with it. Blacked out some areas down. For the Atlanta 500. So on second down and 10, Reeves straight back, going deep. And Danny Buggs makes the catch and falls out of bounds short of the 13. He got behind Roger Jackson, and John Reeves just dropped it as soft as a feather. How perfect was that pass?
Very perfect.
On first down, it's Sam Platt. Caught and brought down. Scott Werner, strong safety. That time, Scott was in the right place at the right
yes,
time.
He was. On that...
Tight end alignment. And sending Gillespie in motion, and Reeves drops back. Looking over the middle for Gillespie. Goes short, and the ball bounces away from his tight end, Robert Young. So it's an incomplete forward pass. And the call is going to go against Tampa Bay.
I believe that was for offensive pass interference.
It's interference. 10 yards. It'll be a loss of down. Third down.
Third and 17. 3:20 to go in the first half. Reeves to the right side, and the pass is incomplete. 3-yarder earlier. Jimmy Jordan holds it. Plenty of leg. 17-point lead. 14 points for Tampa Bay in the first quarter, 13 in the second quarter. They lead 27-10, and Harvin looks up into the rain. Accepts it at the 3. Ooh. El Crunch. Walter Carter.
Team, man, when he met Carter, he met that immovable.
Fusina has had a tough first half. Still having a tough first half. And a penalty flag is thrown as Chuck runs it out to about the 22, and you may have yourself a holding call right here against the Stars. Yep.
Number 70. Be first down.
A little bit too much at this point, I think.
Here's Kelvin Bryant working his way out of trouble, and he takes a whack from Jeff George, number 33. Second down at about 17. And Fusina back to throw, has pressure, pass to the sidelines. It is incomplete. Very good coverage there.
To make something happen, as we see Fusina now being helped off the field.
55 and was coming hard. The University of Arizona. So Cron comes in on third down and 17. Almost fumbled the snap. Rolls it out. Tries to throw it. The ball is, I don't know, did he get the ball away or did he pull it down? I guess he pulled it down, and so they're going to put him down around the 9 or 10. Rolls around in the bit. Pressure, but he gets it out, and it's a beauty.
Oh, what a punt.
It runs Cox all the way back to the 40, retreats to the 38, dribbles it once, and then turns it back up field to about the 48. Reeves now, back to look and throw, incomplete. I didn't think John had anybody really to throw to. Reeves has been picking the Philadelphia secondary apart, turns and gives to Sam Platt. And Sam is up to about midfield. He came overside from the Philadelphia Eagles himself. John Reeves back to throw. And he gets it off and is intercepted. It is picked off by Scott. Backside pressure. Call it a fumble.
They called it a fumble. In order for it not to be a fumble, the arm has to be moving forward.
I thought it was.
Well, it looked pretty close, but just as the arm was back, either in a neutral position.
Football, first down at the 27 of Philadelphia. 1 minute to go as Reeves throws wide. The pass intended for Sam. Eligible to go into the ball game until Jim Cron is out of it. Could he run into bad luck? Here's Reeves going over the middle with it. That could be interference, but they don't call it. Philadelphia, and Reeves back to throw. Has plenty of time, and it is in. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it's going to drop short. Cron back to throw. Gets it off. Pass is caught. Fitzke has it. Penalty flag is thrown. Back upfield. Going to get a completed pass, gain for a first down, and a roughing the passer call back upfield.
I didn't get the number.
Cron now, back to throw. Has a little more time. Again, goes to the short man up front. That's Fitzke again. He's dragged down with 28 seconds. And hello, Mr. Times. Ken Times trying to anticipate. Cron checks off. And Kinney got caught. 4.
Second down.
After the 5-yard penalty. Cron back. Has time. Goes to the sidelines. Perfect pass. Fitzke at the 21, and they're not going to get him out of bounds on it. But it'll stop the clock nonetheless. The clock is still running, and that's wrong. It should not be running, should it? Yeah, because it's supposed to stop on the first down and the movement of the chains.
And the clock moved all the way down to 6 seconds.
Right timeout.
And Moore on the sideline has also noticed it, and he is complaining. He wants those seconds back.
We want to add 5 seconds under the time.
Jim Cron, the quarterback. He has 3 wide people to have a look at. He has 4 now as the guy comes out of the backfield. He's got Riley! No, he's out. Plenty of leg. Dandy. And you look at the numbers at halftime, it's clearly, obviously, Tampa Bay's ball game.
Tampa Bay's ball game all through the first half. All of the stats, the 161.
Tampa Bay kicks off, drifting toward the sidelines and kicks out of bounds. 5 yards. And positions kick again drifts off to that sideline, but up at the 16-yard line, Alan Harvin. And he cuts it outside, and he's tumbled out. Pretty good return. They've got good field position for their first defensive possession. The ball is marked up around the 39. Around a little bit now. That's Folsom, the tight end, going in motion. Kelvin Bryant tries to cut it back into the middle. And he finds his hole plugged pretty well by Fred Nordgren, the big nose guard out of Portland State. And with help from Paul Pirovsky, they stop him. Donovan coming down the left side. Cron looking at him. And he's in the grasp of James Ramey, and a whistle stopped it. Around the 33. A little rain today, too. Or had some. Cron back now. Looking. He should have been intercepted. He threw it right into the hands of Russ Washington. And backs up Martin Cox to the 28. Looking for a picket line. And he goes on out of bounds. Mike Lush over there to shove him out. Pressure on John Reeves today. Ball is handed off to Sam Platt. Platt gets it around the corner and takes it up close to the 40. And they go to Greg Boone, who goes to the outside. And Scott Werner gets a hold of him and brings him down. But I think Boone may have the first down as Strong. He just kept on driving ahead. The ball sticks his head in there and takes a wallop. That's Boone trying to cut it back. Ball's fumbled, and Philadelphia's got a hold of it. Dave Ofer knocks the ball away from Boone, and then what a Tampa Bay 40, Kelvin Bryant goes to the 35. 15,718. Pitch to Kelvin Bryant again. Cuts it around the right side. Gets a first down. That's a bread and butter play for Philadelphia. It's worked for them all.
We have a face mask. Gets the defense. Your first down.
At the eye back. Again, finds daylight in the middle and takes the football down to about the 11. And that gets the 18,000 folks here at the vet. Bryant again. And just on his own strength, veers away from the stack with a man hanging on to it. Number 22 had a hold of him.
Run the ball in as Kelvin Bryant has 115 yards.
Trying to throw it. Now pulls it down and tries to run it. And he runs right into Ray Robinson. On up to throw it. Lofts it up in the air. It is incomplete. Batted away by Leon Williams covering Willie Collier. Quarter from this area of the field. Trout on the season 3 for 3. Vaughn will hold it. Kick is up. Before we get too much farther into the late afternoon. Trout's kick is a high hanger, and it is dropped by Sam Platt. And he's down inside the 10. Going to put it up. Going deep. Truvillon. No. Oh. Handed off inside to Platt. And Sam is cut down up around the 13-14 plays. But this is the big play here for the defense. It's third down and about that's closer to 6 than 5. You figure that Reeves will throw, but he doesn't. He gives the ball to Boone. Boone slips and falls, loses momentum, and the Stars get him short of the first down. To accept this punt from end position, he had a 24-yarder earlier, but it was by design since he kicked it out of bounds inside the 10. Good snap. Booms it out of there. It's a very tight spiral, and Werner drifts over to the 40. Drops the ball. Who's got it? I think Scott might have covered it. My goodness, I just got through saying he's a sure-handed fellow. It's a 44-yard punt. Leaf of Chuck Fusina turns and hands the ball to his fullback, David Riley, who takes a whack on top of the head as he gets.
Little Fred Nordgren, actually, who just held his own right there, and he runs into his own man more than he runs into Fred and bounced back. Well, Fred's going to take that one.
And trotted off the field and is now sitting on the bench being attended to there. But as he ran off the field, he seemed to be all right. And about 9 from the 41. And Jim Cron, ex-Arizona quarterback, throws over the middle. The pass is complete to Scott Fitzke, who falls down at the 47 of Tampa Bay, and it's a first down for the Stars. A field goal backs for Philadelphia behind Jim Cron. Fitzke and Donovan are wide people, along with Willie Collier. And the ball is given to Riley, number 35, 215-pounder out of West Virginia. 40.
Now, hurt. And that could be a problem here as the game progresses.
Riley again just kind of squeezes through there, and he's very close to a first down as we get an update from Jack Whitaker.
New Jersey-Boston game. Here's Boston knocking on the door, and Richard Crump takes a 1-yard leap for the touchdown. Then quarterback Walton hit Charles Smith for a 2-point conversion.
Kelvin Bryant comes back into the lineup. Harbin leads. And the clock showing 4.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3, and a first down for Philadelphia at the 36 of Tampa Bay. Bryant winds up at the I-back position, has the ball. Got about 4, looks like. Maybe not quite that much. Tony Hayes, number 54, in there to whack him. 2nd and 6. Cron to throw it. Dumps it off to Bryant. Bryant has a man in front of him, and he's out of bounds. Before he gets to the yard marker, he'll be about 1.5 yards short. Paul Porowski makes the defensive play. Leading 16-13. They're going to go right. Rodenberger had shifted over there, but Kelvin Bryant couldn't get there. Blowing in from his linebacking position to make the hit was Tony Hayes. It'll be 4th down. And a good 3. What they want to do, we'll take a timeout. They're going to go for it as Cron comes from the sidelines. They're 2 out of 10 on third down conversions. Cron is 5 out of 8 for 46 yards in passing. Not certain they're going to throw it. Fitzke turns, goes back the other way, and they are going to throw it. Dump off to Fitzke, and he's got the first down, I think. I don't know. Where that man came up and put the foot down as the marker, I don't think he made it. Glenn Edwards came up to nail him.
Glenn Edwards came up and made a great tackle on him. It looked from here like he might have had the first down. But the official marked the ball, and now they're signaling that it's first down for the Tampa Bay Bandits.
Goes to work from the 27, pitch the ball to Sam Platt. They're sitting on an 11-point lead, 27-16, and the Philadelphia defense now playing with much more aggressiveness than they did in the first half. For New Jersey, second down, 10. No gain on the carry by Platt. Handed off inside to Boone, and Boone pops out of there with a big gain up to about the 35.
They caught him in just a little bit of a blitz.
The fourth quarter, as Tom Ramsey has thrown another touchdown pass, this time to Ricky Ellis. Give it to Platt. It's close. It'll be close. Depends on the mark. The spot looks like it is. It is a first down. So the spot is enough for the first down for Tampa Bay. Chains moving, and here's Tim Brandt with Glenn Edwards. Platt up the middle. He got about 5 yards. Well, Philadelphia's had 2 opportunities to stick it in the end zone. They came away empty on one and 3 points on the other. It's Platt again, getting to the outside and getting another first down for Tampa Bay. So the third quarter is over with a score 27-16 Tampa Bay. Back for the final period after this message and a word from our local station. Leading by 11, first down and 10 for the Bandits at their own 48. Philadelphia having 2 opportunities in the third quarter. Defense playing a little tougher. Closed down. Tampa Bay offense pretty well. Here's John Reeves on a drop with 3 wide receivers in there. The ball goes to Greg Boone out of the backfield, and he's up across the midfield stripe down to the Philadelphia 44. That's 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2.
Tampa. They've been moving the ball on the ground very well, eating up the clock. Philadelphia's had the ball a substantial amount of time in the third quarter, but they've not only come away with the 3 points.
Second down, about 2. Trevillon in motion. Ball is given off to Platt. And Sam sort of searching his way into the stack. Got about a yard.
Brings up a very desirable third and short situation. Desirable to have third and short as opposed to third and long. And of course it was the first down pass play that put them in a position to only have to go after a yard on third down.
It's been raining throughout the ball game except for one very short little respite in the second quarter. 13:35 to play in a ball game. Third down and a yard. Platt stretching for it. Looks like the mark will give him his first down, but I believe they'll bring the chains on to check it out. John Brooks, outside linebacker out of Clemson, making the tackle. That much. That much. They'll go, I would think, wouldn't you? I mean, they have to go. Don't have to. They're sitting on an 11-point lead.
No, they don't have to. Maybe I'm too conservative. I'd punt the football.
I think I might too.
Why give them any momentum? Why give them the satisfaction if they should stop them here at fourth down of achieving that moral victory and giving them a little more excitement, giving them a little more confidence to drive the ball into their end zone?
Oh, look at this. The oldest trick in football. John Reeves coming up into his quarterback position, then started dropping back into punt formation. I don't know. They might call something on Tampa Bay here. Somebody was moving. It was obvious that that Philadelphia penetrated.
The false start on the offense.
There it is. False start. Somebody moved up in line. And it falls. These kind of rules, to a large degree, he's had to let one go. It's a low snap, but he handles it all right. And a high hanger. Warner back at the 13. Looks for a little bit of a daylight. Finds it. And Scott Warner bangs his way back out to the 29. That was a gut-tough reception and run right there.
Sure was. He got hit pretty.
Philadelphia has the ball. First down at the 27. And nothing there for Jim Cron. Let's go back to that flag thrown against Tampa Bay. John Reeves now down. Loss of 2 yards. Second down and 12 for Philadelphia. The ball back at the 25. Cron to throw. Gets his pass away. And it is incomplete. Intended for Scott Fitzke and Jeff George. Boomeranged it. Jeffries had a pretty good day.
Position to react to the pass, and that time he was.
3rd and 12 for Philadelphia, trailing by 11 points. 11:53 to play in the ball game, and Jim Cron back to throw. Deep drop, but the pass is completed to Tom Donovan. The Tampa Bay secondary on a deep drop, but Donovan found some room, and that time Cron delivered the ball with some zip in it.
Yes, he did. Donovan just drives his man back and then just turns it in, drives George back, turns it in, and it's a safety that comes up to make the hit. Very, very well executed play by Donovan.
It's a tough place to take a hit, too, the way you took it.
That's where most wide receivers will take the hit.
And it's a first down at the 43 for Cron. Back to throw over the middle. Pass is complete to Collier, and Collier is down inside the 40 to the 38 of Tampa Bay. Stars at the Bandits, 38, with 10.5 minutes to play in the ball game. And back goes Cron again. He's going deep with it, and it is incomplete. Trying to deliver the ball to Tom Donovan, and there actually was double coverage over there. Glenn Edwards in particular.
They were playing that 2-deep zone, and he got beyond the corner, but Glenn Edwards, a player that if he can't make the interception, knock the ball down, he'll give you a good stick.
Ball is marked down on the 39 on the last snap. It was closer to the 38. So Philadelphia lost 3/4 of a yard there on the spot. Tampa Bay trying to blitz it. They got away with it. I thought there was encroachment. That's Kelvin Bryant. And look at him get away. Bryant is on his way. What a spectacular run by Kelvin Bryant for a touchdown. A sensational 38-yard run.
Kelvin Bryant
Had a clean shot at him, and none of them could get him. And we've got a 27-22 ball game on our hands here. And they're going for 2. They're going for 2. Trying to make it 27-24. 10:15 to play. Fitzke. And here's Cron rolling out. Gets it away, and it is incomplete. Willie Collier was over there. Fitzke was over in the same area. And so was Leon Williams. Goes further in establishing his qualifications for stardom. He's carried 20 times for 118 yards and a touchdown. He's caught 3 passes for 58 yards and a touchdown. Greg Boone is deep for Dave Trout's kickoff. 27-22 now. Tampa Bay leading by only 5. And Boone looks up into the rain, comes down with it, and he is caught and dragged down at about the 15. They wanted to go for the 2 yards to 91 for Philadelphia in passing, whereas in the first half, Tampa Bay rolled off 225 yards through the air. So they have shut down John Reeves in the second half. Reeves is back to throw here and goes deep over the middle with it and throws a bullet to Danny Buggs, and it's completed to 29 for a first down. So now with a little breathing room, John Reeves again goes to work and again goes back to the ground game. Sam Platt from the 29 to the 31 for 2. And the time, 9 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the ball game. 27-22, Tampa Bay. Vic Spurs bunch getting a little rougher each week, aren't they? Second down and 8. Reeves will put it up. He goes to the sidelines, and the pass is incomplete. Truvilian was over there. Well covered.
Very well covered. Antonio Gibson was right with him stride to stride. The ball was in the air. If someone could have yelled to him to turn around, he might have been able to pick that one off.
Ball is at the 31, third down and 8. With 8:51 to play in the game. Deep drop by Reeves. Batted down. It'll be 4th down and 8. Philadelphia should get the ball in good field position after the punt. Buddy Moore out of Eastern Kentucky left it down.
That was a big play for the return hit.
Tampa Bay needs a big hit from Zenon Andrusichin. Pretty well done, I'd say. They let it bounce.
Roll, baby, roll! Roll!
And it rolls dead at about the 27 of Philadelphia. 8 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the ball game. Philadelphia 22. 8 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the football game. Philadelphia owns the ball. Sitting right between the hash marks, 26 and 27-yard lines of Philadelphia. Out of time, so the opportunity is up to the Stars now as they give it to Kelvin Bryant, who has already had a huge day, and he gets up to about the 29 before they tumble him back. The defensive charge led by James Ramey. Chuck Fusina was hurt in the first half of the ball game with a hip pointer, and Jim Cron has been in at quarterback since that time for Philadelphia. Second down and 8. Cron's got it, and he is tripped and thrown down. Fred Nordgren, the 5'11" 245-pound nose guard, came in, took him by the foot, and flipped him upside down.
Very nice play by Nordgren. As you can see, at 5'11", he's not a real big guy for a nose guard, but he's very, very quick. And that time he was just quick enough to get beyond his blocker, throw a hand back, and grab Cron by the ankles, pull him down.
It's the 4th time that Cron has been sacked, but I think that's simply the lack of playing time showing up as much as anything. He has to look a little longer. Gets it off over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended, the man who had his hand on it was Tom Donovan, and the ball was a little bit behind Tom, and he just simply couldn't pull it in.
Well, Donovan comes off, and he's getting a little bump here. A man-to-man coverage underneath, as you see Jeff George there, and he's right there, just distracts him. And Doug Bedoin comes across the top just in case he makes the catch.
And so Sean Landetta is in the punt now. Still a lot of time, 7 minutes and 29 seconds to play. Good snap to Landetta. Kick is out of there. It's relatively low, and Martin Cox comes across, loses the football, but Tampa Bay covers it back at the 37. Mark McCants saved it. Cox dropped it. McCants covered it. It was a 40-yard punt. And now it's up to the Philadelphia defense to keep them in the hunt. 7:19 to play in the ball game. 27-22 Tampa.
Buick wants to remind everyone that
the Philadelphia defense with the heat on its back now. Here's Greg Boone looking for some daylight, and he got about a yard out of it.
Well, I just took a shot in the ribs, and it's real sore right now. But you know, I just got to be in here because I want to win this game real bad.
Okay, Keith.
Thank you. Boone again. Across the 40, 41. It'll be 3rd down. About 6.
First down, oh, come on!
Now it's up to the secondary. They forced him into a passing situation. which they've been very good at for most of the ball game. And it's up to that secondary to make sure those receivers are covered. And, you know, I don't know if it's not such a bad idea at this point in time to really take that chance and go in with a blitz. To get that pressure on Reeves and see if you can force him into a mistake.
Well, I think you'd have to. I really think you've got to go after it here. Werner's well back. Reeves is going to throw it, dumps it off. He's not going to make it. Boy, he had no chance. He got him out there, and Lewis Gilbert trying to set up what looked like a tight end screen, but there was no screen in front of it. And up to Scott Werner to handle it cleanly. Last time it squirted away from him, remember. It's raining. It's wet. Very wet. Oh, snap. Pretty good kick. Werner coming to the sidelines, and he nails it out of bounds at the 19. That's a dandy kick. 39 yards out of bounds. No chance for return. But there was a Philadelphia man slicing in from the outside who lost his footing and fell down. Otherwise, he might have had a shot at blocking that thing. ABC's Wide World of Sports coming up next. The Atlanta 500 scheduled. Portions of Georgia will be blacked out from that event. The NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships as well. On ABC's Wide Jersey 31-21. And here's Cron back to throw. Throws short. And the pass is incomplete. He had 3 people out. And the only man that looked to me like he might have really been available for a pass reception was Steve Folsom, the tight end. 581, and that's quite impressive. Second down and 10. Ron throwing. He's got people to the left side. He goes to the short man over the middle. That's Scott Fitzke, and Scott is marked up to the 25 in the ball game. And the time is swiftly becoming a most positive ally for Tampa Bay. 3rd and 4. Over the middle for Donovan. Did he get it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a fine catch by Tommy Donovan.
Real good catch by Donovan. The ball was coming down low. He didn't try anything fancy.
First down for Philadelphia. 3:55 to play. It's Bryant on a sweep. Going to come back the other way, and he gets a great block from Cron to turn him upfield. But he still loses yardage back to the 34. Jimmy Cron, the quarterback, came across and threw a whale of a
fire to make something happen big.
Second down, a loss on the play of about 8. Second and 18. He lobs it over the middle. Intended for Kelvin Bryant, and it's too high. So it's 3rd down. They've been successful on converting 3rd down plays twice in 11 tries. They're going after him. Passes away, and it is knocked out of there by Leon Williams. Oh, the rookie from Louisville. The pass intended for Rodney Parker, and Williams sensed the presence of the ball, turned in time to see it, and then just punched it out.
Hit him in the back.
So they'll punt it out of there. High snap to Landetta. Kicks it up into the rain. Cox fumbles it. Well, that thing's hard to handle, but Tampa Bay looks like Martin Cox was able to hold on, the wide receiver out of Vanderbilt. It's a 44-yard punt.
Well, if both players have this ball, it goes to the offensive player. In this case, it would be the punt returner. By the time they get this thing uncovered, I don't think the official can be sure exactly who had the ball. But he rules it, Tampa Bay's.
Simultaneous possession goes to the...
The punt is so awfully tough to handle, just with your hands without using your body to some degree, whether it's dry or wet.
That's Sam Platt. And about 3 for Sam out across the 25.
Keith, when I looked at that replay, it was a real difficult to tell who had the ball. It looked like it might have been closer to the possession of someone from Philadelphia, unless the ball was just taken away from them in the pileup.
They're going to let the clock wind down to the 2-minute warning, which will effect a timeout. Angeles in the blitz. Rivetto, a 24-yard field goal to make it a 6-point lead now for Chicago. They are in the fourth quarter, apparently well in. Long 6 for Tampa Bay. Ball is at their own 26, and they lead by 5 here in Philadelphia. You would think the Philadelphia defense would be going after them, and boy, they are. They jump all over Sam Platt, right at the line of scrimmage. Might give him a yard. So time is called, and Philadelphia with 1 timeout remaining. 1 minute and 48 seconds to play in the ball game. ABC's Wide World of Sports featuring.
We'll go over to the sideline, talk with the coach, find out just what they're going to do. But the entire defensive team is over there, and I don't know whether they're getting a pep talk, whether they're making some substitutions. I just can't figure just which one they're doing right now.
It's 3rd down. As Bojovic hits a 43-yard field goal to tie the score for Michigan. So winless Washington thought perhaps they were going to get one today. And Bojovic has extended it to overtime. 3rd down and 4. Double wide, top of the screen. Run it with Platt the other way. He gets outside, and he's got a first down for Tampa Bay, and that's a big one. How do you like that one?
That was a very, very big run. He just came up. It looked like they had him cornered, had him trapped in the backfield.
And a big run by Sam. First down. Ball is up at the 37. And John Reeves almost lost the ball. Coming up off the snap, the wet football almost got out of his hand. Number 76, Willie Roseboro, is hobbling off the field right now, playing the defensive end position. Willie was a fullback originally at the University of Washington. Then he played tight end. What we got to have?
Hey, find that ball.
Steve Spurrier yelling at the officials to keep the ball dry. He wants no mistakes or turnovers at this point.
Ball is marked at the 38 of Tampa Bay. Reeves to Platt. To the 41. For 3 yards. Glenn Howard and Roger Jackson combining on the tackle. This is the biggest day that Sam Platt has had coming into today's ball game. The Tampa backs is laid up with a knee injury, but they expect him to be back within 2 weeks. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 41. Platt again. Sam tucked away behind his blocker, searching for a little daylight. Clock running. 35 seconds to play in the ball game. 35.
Well, Philadelphia's offense won't have much of an opportunity to score here, but I must say, on behalf of Jim Cron, he came in the ball club into the ball game and did a credible job. I think his arm was very accurate once he got warmed up, and a young man like that could take advantage of an opportunity and end up being the starting quarterback for Philadelphia.
Clock running at 10 seconds. Philadelphia Stars with no timeouts remaining. And they're going to let it run off as everybody is beginning to leave. The wet bet in Philadelphia. And the final score, the Tampa Bay Bandits 27, the Philadelphia Stars 22. Closing comment from you, Lynn Swan.
Well, this ball game I thought was a good matchup between the two clubs. It came down to Philadelphia's offense having some problems in the second and third quarter, not being able to move the ball. The Philadelphia defense had some chances, but they couldn't come up with enough big plays, couldn't shut down the experienced leadership of John Reeves and the passing game that Steve Spurrier brought in.
Speaking of Steve Spurrier, here he is with Tim Brent.
Thanks, Keith. Steve, it turned into a ball game there at the end.
Well, we sort of tried to sit on the ball, and then the wind and the rain, and we're trying to kill the clock out. I don't know. I hate to call it a conservative game, but we had such a lead, and we're just trying to do what we could to win the game.
It looked to me defensively, you guys were starting to play some games you did all the way through where they really stayed in that zone, and it looked like it helped you.
Well, yeah, they're a good team, and we were just fortunate to win it the way it turned out. We didn't play very well second half. We started fumbling the ball. Our kicking game is bad. We lose so many yards in kickoffs, and so we start way down in here. We got to get better in that area.
But you're 4-0, and it's got to feel good.
Well, we didn't play as well as we could, and you know we got Chicago next week. Maybe we can play a little bit better.
Okay, Steve. Thank you very much.
I like it. He's almost got the touch of a down-home philosopher, doesn't he? It was a big day for Kelvin Bryant, a losing cause, the first of the year for Philadelphia. Kelvin ran for 112 yards. He had 58 yards in receiving, scored 2 touchdowns. His total offensive output today was 170 yards for the Stars. He's truly an outstanding football player. The final score